Well, Manchester City top of the table right now. This is after they beat Soton by a solitary goal. Goal which was scored so early in the game by Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Your take on this match? Did you watch or Miami looks so good?
I was, of course, watching every game.
Okay.
Wherever I go, you know, football is all over. Football is blood. Football is our food. So I watched every game, and you started with Manchester City. And this is a match we thought it would have many goals, of course.
Yeah.
We thought Man City would put Southampton to the sword. They couldn't, they didn't. They had a number of chances, they couldn't. But I think Southampton did well defensively.
Yeah.
Now, the unfortunate part is somehow you defend well that way and still get away with 0 points, and it's unfortunate for them. But yeah, Haaland, good to be back on the score sheet for him.
It is what it is. Chelsea and Newcastle United, game of a lot of chances for Newcastle United, but it was Chelsea who took theirs, and they beat Newcastle United 2-1 at Stamford Bridge.
I think in this game, I thought, even we didn't shoot, but I knew it was going to end in that kind of result.
Yeah.
I knew Chelsea are going to win with a 2-1 kind of score sheet or scoreline. And yeah, they did. I think I'm particularly impressed with Cole Palmer. I mean, every day I still doubt how good this boy is, because, you know, every time I always want to be proven wrong. And I think he's doing it every day, every time. He's done it even at the international level, and he's still doing it for Chelsea. He's carrying that team on the back, and just good performance from him particularly.
Your favorite team, Tottenham, once again losing to Crystal Palace, 1-0.
Tottenham is that team. They always do that Spursy thing. From beating West Ham 4-1 to losing 0-1 to a team that is not even like on form right now is a disaster to see. So I'm worried about the away form, and I don't know how they'll survive with it, because it is one of the things that will make them maybe not to finish in the top 4 or 5 or even 6.
Yeah.
But somehow at home they usually redeem themselves. Let's see who they'll be facing this time.
Diogo Dalot single-handedly sacked Erik ten Hag. Clear chance and a miss, and that's why you're gonna miss Ten Hag.
No, he's not alone. I think all the players we had.
No. Who had the biggest chance?
Him, but.
My grandmother would score that.
And he has other players as well who missed a couple of good chances, including Bruno.
Yeah.
I mean, one-on-one with the keeper, with the header. We know maybe he's not strong in the air, but we know...
He's not strong in the head.
But we know, like, those are the kinds of chances. Somebody like... And I don't want to mention the names of people who would score that, but those are chances you should take. So, sadly, Ten Hag now out, and it's something that, for me, I feel both, lukewarm. I don't feel very excited about it, because I know we're going to start again.
Because, Moron, sorry. What's the name of that guy?
Our potential new manager, Amorim.
Oh, I thought
so, because he's the same caliber with Ten Hag. So, I don't know, maybe tactical-wise, he's been able to grow as he's been a manager for some time now. But I'm not convinced that
he is the right man for you.
I don't know. I cannot judge at this point, because I was very excited when Ten Hag joined, and now he's not here anymore, and things are still the same. Let's see what happens though, because I think it's a long way to go for Manchester United yet again. One
word for Man United fans: you need to understand there is more to making United great again. Not only Erik ten Hag was dragging United behind, but a lot needs to change.
A lot more.
Super Sunday, we saw Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium draw with Liverpool 2-2, and that means now Arsenal, the last time Arsenal lost to top 6 team
has been 500 plus days, I think.
Yes,
since they lost.
That is around 2013. Was it April? Was it December? One of the two.
That is impressive, I should say, especially putting in mind the form and the players who missed that game.
Yeah.
Only Saka, amongst the key players, was able to avail himself to play, and he played very well. He grabbed a goal. Also, Urian Timber with a good performance against Salah, and it was good to see. I think this season, maybe just a few things are not going well for Arsenal, especially when the red cards come in, when the injuries come in. But Arsenal is still a team that is relentless, because if they have not lost to a big six since then it means they are in that kind of category where they just need to win these small games, and then they are in it. So a good result, I should say, putting in mind of with the injuries, but still, the way they were playing, actually, they were about to win the game, which is good mentality. So, yeah, credits to Arsenal, I think, and Arteta, and especially like promising that we're going to be flying. And yes, they flew, regardless of the draw.
Yeah, I think now two things I want to talk about, and one is Manchester United. We saw them give away a penalty, controversial one. I was broken, to be honest. That's not the way officiating should be done. They're killing this sport. There is no way referee is controlled by VAR to a point. The VAR was brought in to ensure when you go to the screen, you check and you'll tell us, you know what, this and this happened, and you can clearly see it, but they still get it wrong despite taking their 5 minutes to review it. Also for Arsenal match versus Liverpool, a lot of controversial decisions going against Arsenal, with one started so early. Kai Havertz had loggerheads with VVD, and of course he was kicked. Not even a review. Martinelli brought down into the penalty area. Nothing was done, and once again another goal, late goal for Arsenal, denied, with Gabriel Jesus getting a yellow card for protesting for a corner, which was clearly a corner. I watched El Clasico, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, and they have, do you want to tell me La Liga have a better technology when it comes to VAR, or their referees who make decisions are perfect?
Right. Somehow, sometimes you'll hear the fans saying, "Oh, this referee favors Real Madrid. This referee favors Barcelona." You hear Barcelona being called Barcelona. Yeah. But I think what impresses me with La Liga football is the technology they use for offsides. And you know, that usually it brings a lot of controversies to EPL. We've seen even the goal Merino scored against Liverpool. Yeah. They were checking every inch to see if he's offside so that they can deny him that goal. But if it was that technology, it takes a shorter time. In 2 seconds, we know Mbappe was offside in that game where he was given a through ball and he scored it. They thought they took the lead. And I think that is what we want in the EPL. Yeah. Decisions to be made quickly and decisions to be made in a proper way.
And more accurate.
Exactly. Whether the referees will be unbiased or not, I think that will still continuing to be there, because we know referees who support certain teams. Yeah. We know referees who have the roots of certain teams, and that will always continue. But for the technology, I think something needs to be done about it, and decisions should be made quicker than it happens these days.
Right. All said and done, we're gonna go to match day 10 of the English Premier League. A quick review, we see a quick preview, we see what we expect, and of course we give our predictions, and also you see that at home on your couch, you can also give us your view. We start early kickoff, Newcastle United versus
Arsenal. Wow. And you know why I'm laughing is because the last time these two teams met, especially at Newcastle, it wasn't a good match. It was full of controversy. A game that had a lot of feelings towards Arsenal's side. I think it was their first defeat last season, and it was not good to see. And we just mentioned the referees, and they spoiled the game as well that time. But I'm hoping this time it's going to be a fair game. In terms of tactics, I think Arsenal are coming into this game full of confidence, especially after taking a point against Liverpool with the squad they have available. I think not many players are injured now. Okay, some are back. I think Urian and Gabriel's injury, or
I think Timber is made of water.
And I think Gabriel, his injury is not as serious as I listened to Teta's press conference. So I think Arsenal will have a good squad going to Newcastle, and it will be good to see. However, we need to know that Newcastle at home is a team that is always very relentless. It's a team that is always giving people headaches, because I remember the last big team that went there, I think two of the big teams in the Big Six.
Points,
Tottenham lost there. Yeah. Man City dropped 2 points. But I see if Arsenal play well, there's a chance they can come out with a result. And I say Newcastle scoring, Arsenal scoring. It could be a 3-1, 2-1 kind of victory for Arsenal. That's what I'm thinking. And you?
One thing for sure, I expect Arsenal's backline to be live once again with now William Saliba returning. This is after serving 1 match ban, after picking up his red card against Bournemouth. And Gabriel is also likely to start. Now we saw Bukayo Saka back in score sheet. That means Arsenal squad is now getting back. Martin Odegaard, the Arsenal captain many people have been waiting for, he is back running, but this game comes too early for him. So this is a match I expect Arsenal to win this match. They need to, after not failing to get a win in their last 2 matches. They need to bounce back. It is a game if now with Arsenal backline almost full, and Calafiori could be also available for selection. So of course I expect Arsenal to keep a clean sheet after many attempts. And I'm gonna give Arsenal a 2-0 victory. Gonna be a tough match. It can even end 1-0, but allow me to settle with a 2-0 victory. Later on at around 6 p.m. still on Saturday, we'll have the not league leader, sorry. Second place Liverpool taking on Brighton. A game which once these 2 teams meet,
it's always goals galore. Yep, usually is. And I think this weekend we have so many tough matches. Yeah. And it's actually very much unpredictable this match day. And I think this is another game that looks very unpredictable, putting in mind this game usually ends in most times over goals. But we know how Liverpool do it these days. They tend to score 1 goal and keep on defending intensively to make sure they get a result out of it. Sometimes they score another goal. And yeah, it is what it is. But for this game, I think Brighton are coming also with some confidence, and I think they can grab 1 goal. Yeah. This is now technically, I think they can score 1 goal. For Liverpool, I think it's time to bounce back after the draw against Arsenal, and they should score at least 2. They're not a team that is scoring so many goals these days. It's just a game of margins every time, and I think 2-1 Liverpool.
Right. Truth be told, Liverpool have to win this game because they have dropped points over the weekend. And of course, if they don't, then it means Man City will stretch and Arsenal could go above them. However, I'm impressed. Brighton are getting back to the Brighton used to know last season. The likes of Dan Welbeck, Minte, they are doing some good job. Yeah. Big question is how this team defends. Yeah. We saw them like shining before a week or 2 ago against Tottenham. But then once again, Liverpool is a team which is disciplined at the back, but they are also making mistakes. So I'm seeing Brighton getting a goal, but Liverpool, this time around, despite scoring less goals, 1 or 2, I'm going to give them 3 goals. So I'm giving Liverpool a 3-1 victory. Later on, still on Saturday, we'll have the league leaders and defending champions Manchester City away to team which gave Arsenal their first defeat of the season. This is AFC Bournemouth.
I think Vitality is not a good place to go, especially for a Premier League team that knows how to play, because somehow they just find ways to make sure they spoil the party for big teams like they did against Arsenal. And yeah, and if you look at Manchester City's results in the last few, they look like they have been scoring. They've just been winning with 1 goal margin. I think won 1-0 against Southampton, won 3-2 against Fulham, won 2-1 against Wolves or someone. So it looks like a team which is struggling but still getting away with it because they get the wins. Somehow, sometimes, I think the referees are involved according to other people's opinion. And it is what it is. But if at this point they are at the top of the Premier League table, then they're still going to Vitality with some confidence. But I see a close game. Tactically, it's going to be a very tactical game. And I think Manchester City still has everything to edge Bournemouth at Vitality. And I feel like they'll score around 2 goals or 3. I'm going to stick with 2. But I also think Bournemouth could score 1. And they're going to win this game 2-1. How about you?
Right, Manchester City have been playing so well despite winning just by maybe 1 goal, difference of a goal. They've been creating chances. They've not been lucky enough maybe to put 4 or 5 past the team. We saw Erling Haaland once again back on the score sheet, and I expect him to continue at Vitality. It is a game which you expect not as easy as people think. City are likely to keep a clean sheet now against Bournemouth. There is a team which I saw their last 2 games. They're playing well, but going forward, they are kind of afraid of attacking because they feel they'll expose their backline. So I don't see them scoring against Manchester City, and I see Haaland grabbing a brace. So I'll go for a 2-0 victory for the Citizens. Then on Sunday, quick match you're going to talk about. This is Tottenham Hotspur versus Aston Villa.
When you mentioned Tottenham, it's just something else. Anyway, Tottenham at home are not a bad team.
Yeah.
I think they've won a couple of games ever since they lost to Arsenal. Yeah. The last game at home being a 4-1 win in the London derby against West Ham. And yeah, it's good now they are facing Aston Villa, because equally Aston Villa is not a bad team to play against. It's a team that they stick to their philosophy. So these are 2 teams which stick to their philosophy. Most of them play high line, and we expect high scoring kind of game. So I think we'll see Tottenham scoring, we'll see Aston Villa also scoring, and it's gonna be a goals galore in this one. I want to go for something like a 2-2 kind of victory for this game.
Sorry?
Oh, a 2-2 draw. Okay. I'm learning from the best. I'm learning from the best.
You see, your mind is still at that beach where you went to different beaches.
Which
beaches? Anyway, yeah, I think Tottenham and Aston Villa are gonna be a good match. Unai Emery means business. Anke also knows he took very big shoes which cannot fit him well. And Villa will press. Tottenham will also press. Like you said, I expect a lot of goals. This game could go either way. 2-1 for Tottenham or 2-1 for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I don't know what to pick. That's what I'll say. 2-1 any side. That's my pick.
That's a very good pick, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I stayed in the middle.
Yeah.
2-2.
2-2. Very possible.
Yeah.
Then Super Sunday. How super it is anyway.
Very super.
Right. Manchester United coachless will be up against Palma FC.
Another interesting game to watch, of course. This is our feature match. And I don't know how we can call it a feature match, because one of the teams is around the bottom of the table, which is Manchester United, that is hosting Chelsea.
Yeah.
But it is what it is in terms of, I don't know, team selection. We might not know how it's going to happen, because it's entirely a new manager who's going to do it, whether it's the interim or another manager who would be in charge. And up to that point, we still don't know. So maybe let's speak about Chelsea, because we know how they'll go. And of course, Cole Palmer, Madueke, the normal starters, and Jackson. And then in the midfield, I think Lavia is doing well. I don't know if he will start every other game, but I think he's doing well alongside Caicedo. And their captain is also back, I think, Reece James.
Yeah, he'll be back as well. Before he'll be right back. He's our right back.
Yeah, and Colwill, Disasi, and Chelsea entirely, I think they have their squad available now. I think they don't have so many injuries or players who are injured that they don't concern the team as at this point. And for Manchester United, I think it will depend with whoever they line up with, but it's an interesting match to see, because Manchester United have been struggling under Ten Hag, and now is nowhere to be seen. We've seen manager bounce kind of stuff when a team...
It happens 95%.
Yeah, most of the time it does happen. Although I still feel Chelsea is a very difficult team right now to play against, especially when they are playing away from home. So as a Manchester United fan, I'm still not really very comfortable with this game, regardless of Ten Hag leaving. Anyway, maybe we look at some few facts of what has happened before. And the last time Chelsea won against Manchester United at Old Trafford.
You were in class 3.
You. Or class?
3.
If I were in class 3, you were in class?
4.
Yeah, it is what it is. So that is the last time, I think in 2013, which is so far away to think about. And
when Balotelli was a superstar.
When Balotelli was still at Manchester City banging them goals.
Yeah.
And yeah, it also means that their record at Manchester United, it could change, but who knows? That is the start that we can also look at maybe when you try to analyze this game. In terms of form, we all know what's happening.
Just on a very good run.
Yeah, Chelsea are on a good run, and I'm laughing because I know where Manchester United are. I think they've won just one game against Brentford, and it's been a while since. Okay,
out of 8 games, maybe United picking one victory, maybe. The only team you beat was Barnsley.
Southampton.
Barnsley.
We beat Southampton, and we beat
Barnsley,
and now we also beat Brentford, which is
and now you're just thumping.
Yeah. Anyway, it is my team. I expect more, especially now that we have a new. Okay, like we will have a new manager in charge at the time. And let me speak for myself, tactical wise. I think Manchester United have every player at every position to be able to take this game for them to show the fans, you know what, whatever happened with the previous manager happened, but we're here to give everything. Again, in the game against West Ham, as we mentioned, we created a lot of chances. We were not able to put them to bed. And in this game, I think if Manchester United play like that, creating chances, then at Old Trafford, I think there's this aura when you're playing at the home crowd that gives you confidence. Whether you're hitting those posts, you can still score again. So I will go for the normal score sheet that I usually predict when we're playing Chelsea. Last time out, I think I got one right, and I feel like Manchester United are going to score 2 goals in this one. Chelsea are going to score 1, and that's why I'm going for a 2-1 victory for Manchester United.
All right, you don't need to increase your voice because it will decrease over the weekend. You said we have manager bounce, which is true. It happens most of the time. But now you need to understand these are 2 different records. And history is broken, history is made. United have not lost to Chelsea at Old Trafford since 2013. Chelsea away, they've been playing excellently. Last season, we saw both teams winning at home. Chelsea beating United 4-3 at Stamford. United beating Chelsea at Old Trafford 2-1 in the reverse fixture. And now there's another match. We could have given even more closer look if it was Ten Hag. But I don't know who's going to be there and how selection going to be. Regardless, I see Chelsea getting 3 points at Old Trafford. We are making Chelsea will be making new record, barely 10 plus years. And let me tell you this, United are missing Maino. We all know that. Regardless of the coach who takes over, Maino is a starter. Bruno Fernandes, without a proper CDM by the name Maino, he tends just to become Yusuf Mulumbu. And of course, I expect Man United to score. They have good team. Garnacho needs to be more sharp going forward. He has struck the post, I think, most after this forward from Chelsea, from Liverpool, Nunes. So he's playing well. Your wings are so good. I don't understand why Ahmad has been out and not injured. So that's something which is complicated. So I want to see, we want to see a United which is more organized with a good squad this Sunday. But unfortunately, Chelsea is already a team which has built its name. At least there is some chemistry. And I'm giving Chelsea a 2-1 victory at Old Trafford. We only have one match remaining, which is on Monday. I think it's Fulham, not big match. So you can ignore that and you go straight to kick tip.
Well, I think the worst we're getting on Sunday, you should know, is a draw. I thought you should know. The worst we're getting against Chelsea, as a Manchester United fan, is a draw. Don't be fooled by him. Anyway, you also have football knowledge out there, and you're watching this wondering how it's 2-1 on my side for Manchester United, 2-1. As he said, he's Chelsea these days. I don't know who's making him support Chelsea. I might know. If you come to me privately, I might tell you, but I'm not going to say it here. Anyway, let us know in the comment section what you think about this game, especially the correct score. If you think you agree with me, you agree with him, or maybe you have a 2-2 draw or something like that, let us know. And if you're watching this until now, just know we appreciate you, and you are the OG of this show. So make sure you hit that like button, and also comment from where you're watching it from, because we really appreciate you. So on to the kick tip, and a lot of things happened the last 2 match days. Of course, we didn't have the preview for the last match day, but here is what we have. We had, as you'll see on the screen, we had two guys tying with 18 points for the match day 9. And number 1 was Mav Hetha and Amos 93. They tied with 18 points for the match day. And the 18 points made sure that Mav Hetha is now our top of in the top of the kick tip table with 119 points.
Did he go above you?
Of course he did.
How?
I think he did. I don't know how, but he did. So we also have Amo 93, who had a correct score of Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2.
Wow.
Yes. And he also
But
got
you also
18
had a
points.
draw of 1-1?
Yeah. He had 18 points and now number 3 with 114 points. And of course, the second person on the match day was the big man, Mr. Brian Werimo himself, at number 2 now overall, but number 2 again in the match day. So good to see. So for the rest of the guys, our kick tip is very open. It doesn't have any passwords. You can check your results there. Do you know which position you are?
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
You
so
see, what you did, the moment I took the lead, like Raila Ali lead, you decided not to shoot.
Well, it is what it is. So that is how it looks like. Maybe just to mention top 5, number 4 we have Vincent with 112 points and also Josh Fat at 109 points. So that is how our kick tip looks like, and you can keep playing. We'll have the link as well in the comment section and the description section so that you can join and we see who has the better predictions in terms of correct score. So yeah, we're back again, and for our fans who are asking where we are still here. And we just missed maybe a few days, actually one shoot, just one, but we are back and we'll always give you every content that you need. So that is it from us. See you again in match day 11. My name is Brian.
And they call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.
You need to tell Rock next time not to run away with the camera. I hear he was called for a Rura show. So he opted like, should I go, should this guy, Liquid Sports guys, or I go and
so
chop rice?
Was he the
chop rice? Have you seen that meme?
Chop rice.
Leave the meat alone.
I hear he works with his plates in the bag every time. Just when it's party time, it's chop rice.
Chop rice.
Well,
cut that.
anyway, see you in the next one, people.